I'm here with Dave Coulier, Joey Gladstone from Full House. And Dave, how was that transition from California, the state, to California, Pennsylvania?
It's a little bit of a weather change, I have to tell you, and 3 time zones.
Well, yeah, that's true. And so you're getting used to I forget what the name of the weather that our meteorology major gave you. Are you getting used to that?
Grapple,
Grapple.
grapple, which I think is a bunch of grapple. That's what I think that is. I think he made that up tonight.
Yeah, well, I just want to go back in time. What was it like you starting your career, going to California, and meeting Bob Saget?
Well, I met Bob before I ever ventured out to California. I met Bob when I was 18, and I was a beginning stand-up in Detroit, Michigan, and Bob came through on a Comedy Store tour with a guy named Fred Raker and Jeff DeHart. And they were young comedians from the Comedy Store, and I was just at this little comedy club trying to figure out what my path was going to be. And they blew the room away. They were so good. And I just thought, well, this gives me a lot of hope and inspiration to be a young comedian like what I just saw. So Bob and I exchanged numbers that night. I moved out to California a couple months after that, and I ended up sleeping on his couch.
That's a great story. And how is it working with him? I know you have a very clean, nice routine as you do. I know Bob Saget's is a little different, huh?
Bob is my filthy sister, basically. I love him dearly. I've known Bob. We've been through so much together. He's like my brother. And, working with Bob, it depends. If it's Full House, we have our adult moments, not around the kids, But he's a blast to work with. We do nothing but laugh.
Yeah, that's good. And going back to those Full House days, the trademark "cut it out," you talked about it a little bit in your routine. Where did that come from? I know there's a little bit of history in that.
There is a little history. My best friend, Mark Sandrowski, I've known him since we were 8 years old, and he directs the Big Bang Theory television series. And he and I have been best buds since we were 8. And we were even a comedy duo at one point called Sea and Ski. And, we've been writing and doing little comedy, silly things since third grade. And so he used to do this character, Mark Suave, on stage. And that's where he, came up with "cut it out." And I said, I'm going to steal that. And so I stole it from him. I started using it on a show on Nickelodeon called Out of Control that I hosted. And I did it on that show, and then I brought it to Full House, and I did it one day in a run-through with the network and the producers and the writers, and I just kind of ad-libbed it after a joke. I just went, "Cut it out, stop it." And the writers all laughed, and they were like, "What was that weird thing you did?" And I said, it's "cut it out." And they said, "We're going to kind of throw that in some more episodes as a hook." And whenever you have a catchphrase on a show, it's called a hook. So that became my hook, and the rest is TV history.
Has he said anything about you stealing his?
Of course, yes. He's like, "You owe me for that." I'm like, "You're the biggest director in television. I don't owe you a penny."
And I see you're wearing your hockey jersey. Now you're taking your acting abilities, and now you're going to be coaching
I have abilities? I didn't know that. I thought I just goofed around and blew a hand fart and picked up a paycheck. All right.
But you're going to be coaching the Red Wings alumni game.
I coached. I skate with the Red Wings alumni, and I coached the Centennial Classic game in Toronto this year for New Year's, and it was a blast. And they've kind of adopted me, and so I got to skate with them the day before at Maple Leaf Gardens, and it's kind of nice having your passing options be Slava Kozlov, Nick Lidstrom, or Brendan Shanahan.
That has to be a great experience. And one last question: are these college tours, college performances, are they keeping you young?
Yeah, they are. Someone just asked me, they said, "Is this fun for you?" And I said, I would not jump on a plane and fly across the entire country and come and do stand-up for an hour and then turn around the next day and go right back to California unless it was fun. And you know, I've always said, when this is no longer fun, I'll just stop. But it's still a blast. I love being in front of the live audiences. The traveling is tough, so I usually just do one show a night now. I used to do 2 shows, sometimes 3 shows a night back in the day. But one show, I really enjoy just doing one show, one performance for the night and putting everything into that one show.
Well, thank you very much, Dave.
Appreciate that.
It's
Good
been a
job.
pleasure.
Is this really your first
It
interview?
is. It has been.
First interview.
First interview.
Ladies and gentlemen, pretty darn good.
Well,
What are you going to remember? What did I tell you? Just remember to
just carry on the
just
conversation.
carry on the conversation. Yeah. He had notes, and I got to look over my notes again. Yeah. You did a good job. Good job.
For CUTV News Center, I'm Stephen Ruffing.
See you, TV. That's like cut it out TV. Wow. Okay.
Thank you for watching.
Thanks.